with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rose, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, he understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. We stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. The Gamecocks offense will go on the attack first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Uh-oh, look out. Enough to move the chains. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really...
Snags it, and he's open. And after a nice gain, the runner just scoots out of bounds.
Well, when they were scripting this opening drive this week in practice, I don't know if they expected it to be this good. First play, first down. Second play, first down. Third play, first down. Everything is working. I'll tell you, when you got a quarterback, though, with this kind of ability, you got the playmakers around him like they do on offense, maybe it's not so surprising.
Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency for the second half of the season, David. I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Now here's Sellers. Touchdown, South Carolina. Fitted in the window for the score.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk. And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
The Sooners offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Headed out to lead this team is John Mateer. The man he's going up against and may well have a problem with all day long is Dylan Stewart, who can change a game in a heartbeat.
It is not a lot of fun as a quarterback, regardless of how talented you are, playing against a pass rusher at this guy's level. And he's faced them before. He knows what it feels like. He knows the clock is going to have to go off in his head a whole lot sooner because this guy can beat single-team matchups. He splits double teams. This quarterback has got to have a plan today.
He's got to have a plan for sure. And he talked about some of his plans this week with us. He said, I got to pump my guys up front. I got to let them know, like, this guy's going to win some battles, but we got to stick together. We got to be confident. We got to do whatever it takes to just hold him at bay. He's had some success against us in the past, but now it's my job. And he said, I got to get the ball out. Like, I can't hold on the ball, take unnecessary sacks, but I got to keep the confidence high on my offensive line.
And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Throwing, Sellers. Stands in and takes the hit. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Oh, pressure's coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple of weeks.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Sategna. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Sooners!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. At the 35, he's loose. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a 1st down. They came out hot on this drive, 1 play and already near midfield. Here's Sellers to throw. Under pressure. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Right side, it's Harbor. Finds some room at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. He'll pull it down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field goal? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
He's got it. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Caught. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Pulls it, trying to get the corner. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The screen, he can go.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Sellers. Got his man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down for this offense. Left side is Sellers. Open space at the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run with Auguste. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They want to run this quarterback. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Makes a move. He's going to get loose. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Sellers. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Sellers. Makes the grab.
My job as offensive coordinator is to find my guys, find my playmakers, find my guys that can win one-on-one when they get an opportunity, and then I can get them the ball that can make something happen. He's one of those guys. That's why I'm going to continue to force feed him.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Harbor. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Here's Sellers to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some...
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out, start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Hits inside. It's Blaylock. Defense there to stop him after he spun his way to a 5-yard pickup. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. That becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? It comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
And the Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. Going to field this one in tight quarters. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Down here on the Gamecocks sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Handoff for Auguste. Across the 45. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Sellers. Out wide right, it's Sellers. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the counter. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Scanning the field, it's Batir. Got the back over the middle. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Works it ahead for 6 yards on the play. That'll be enough for the first down, and it also takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Ready. Pulls and throws out the arm. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Looking for a crease. It's Clark.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throwing, Sellers. Turns it upfield. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Fuller. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, Snead gets it done.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke, taking on the Boston College Eagles. And it's the Blue Devils trying to close out what would be one of the toughest wins of the season. And that's a big statement considering this team is already 6-1. Let's see if they have what it takes. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Norman. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gamecocks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach coming out of the locker room. They have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter. Gain some momentum here and change the course of this game. Back to you.
All right, Holly. From the gun, it's Robinson. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early.
It's a fumble! A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Looks it in. He gets it up to the 34-yard line. And that's where the offense will set up shop. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Nowhere to go.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Second down, going to throw it. Look out! They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Fires to the big fella. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explorer.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Now let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Duckworth. Unloads to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Rush is on, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes to the right. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking for a gap. It's Clark. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Hey, guys, I'll be really curious to watch this offense down the stretch and see how they handle this. They've got a big lead. They can probably just continue to run the football. I got the running back stayed in bounds right there, too. Keep the clock moving. Or do they like their numbers? Do they want to continue to put the gas pedal to the floor, be aggressive, try to score points? Be interesting to see how they handle this situation.
Drops back. It's Duckworth. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Wilds is way ahead. And they stopped him in the backfield on third down and short.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Wants to go up top on second down. They're working that left side. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Robinson again.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Right side, it's Harris. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. On the move. Trying to make magic with his ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
This game all but decided. Let's take a minute here as we get later in the season to look at the Heisman Trophy race. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Duckworth. Caught. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man. Knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Quick give. It's Clark. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Handoff again. Breaks the tackle. Got the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Moves the pocket. It's Duckworth. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Reels it in. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And I think that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
And the Gamecocks come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll move the wide receiver. Sells the run, looking to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
Out wide right, it's Carry-On. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. They're all over him. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
I think after failing on the fourth down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football. Man, this has been impressive.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. And they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college